Hello and welcome back to the Kailah King show. I am beyond excited for this conversation. This is going to be a really powerful conversation around generational wealth and the energetics of generational wealth and the shift from lack in money to embodying the frequency of generational wealth. And I'm going to be sharing with you the vision that I have seen so many times for the wealth codes that we are currently transitioning into by the time 2027 is here. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is like the first time that I've ever shared this publicly. And this has been a prophecy that I've seen and got shown, a vision that I've held so visibly for so many years. And it's like, now is the time. Now is my ears are ringing, literally ringing. Now is the absolute time for this message to be shared, because now is the absolute time that each and every one of you is so ready to shift this. Okay, so what if money was not linked to what you were doing? What if money was not linked to your worthiness or if you were good enough? What if money was not linked to your job title? Have you ever thought that money carries a code of fear? Lack, scarcity, insecurity, and lack of stability. Money, the 3D money, the physical reality of money, the cash, the past generations of, if we look at history, money equals scarcity. Money equals not enough. Money equals survival. If we look at history, money carries the code of fucking fear. But where we're going in 2027 and beyond, that can no longer exist. It's not in our reality. We're ascending. Our vibration is rising. And for our vibration to rise, it means that we have to let go of the distortions and the illusions when it comes to money. Because money carries the code of fear, lack, and scarcity, and not enoughness and not good enough. And so for us to transcend that, to alchemize it, to then rise like a fucking phoenix into this new earth wealth. And we're currently in that transition. We can already see around us externally in our reality that the 3D money is literally leaving this earth. We are becoming cashless. It's a digital currency, cryptocurrency. The banks are holding on so tight to the old programs and stories around fear-based savings and investments and money management. Those systems are gone. In 2027, by the time 2027 is here, the old financial system will be broken. Absolutely broken. Because the new financial system is not based on fear, it is based on wealth, abundance. It's a frequency, it's an energy. And I'm gonna sound full cray-cray and absolutely loopy, and I'm okay with that. Because when you come back to this podcast episode, and I really hope that you do, you will have a moment where you're like, damn, she was right. But physical cash will soon, as we can already see, no longer be a part of our actual reality. And so when we look at the bank accounts that we hold or the investments that we hold, they are literally just numbers on a screen. Have you ever seen the cash in your bank account? Like your actual physical cash piled up in your physical bank account that is correlating to the numbers on the screen of your digital bank account? No, I never have. Sure, I used to be able to go to an ATM and pull that money out, and then I would have that physical money. But because we're transitioning to the new earth frequency of wealth, the physical reality of money will no longer exist, and the physical reality of money is linked to fear, lack, scarcity, and control. And so as we transition to 2027 and beyond, that will all completely be gone. That old financial system will be gone, and the new financial system will be here. And that is coded with generational wealth. That is coded with abundance. The only difference is that right now we don't all hold that frequency of generational wealth and abundance. But the moment that we do that inner work, the moment that we shift through the shadow, sit with the shadow, the moment that we heal and bring love to the shadow, the moment that we lean into the lessons that the shadow is reflecting back to us, the moment that we alchemize those lessons into fucking light, we then rise like a phoenix into a higher frequency, a higher vibration, and then we become the energetic match of generational wealth. And I'm calling it 2 years from now, we will look at our bank account and it will be the let me take a moment because it's coming through really, really fast. When we look at our bank account, the numbers that we see on our screen will be a direct reflection of our worth, our vibrational frequency of worth, not a direct reflection of how much work we do, but how much we believe we are worth, because we will carry a higher frequency. And our worth is no longer based on what we do. Our worth is based on who we are. Another code of the new earth. What you do will no longer be related to how much money you receive. That's gone. Who you are being and the frequency that you hold will be the direct relation to how much money you receive. I receive money when I'm in the spa, at the beach with the boys, getting a massage, living my best fucking life. I do not receive money when I am doing work. My money that I receive, the wealth that I receive, we're not doing the money codes, wealth codes. The wealth that I receive is directly linked to who I am being, the frequency that I hold. And so, money, when we look, wealth, when we look at the numbers on our bank account, on our screen, in the digital currency, when we look at that, that will be a reflection of our vibration. Can we really tap into limitless abundance? Can we really tap into limitless potential? Can we really tap into receiving without guilt? Whew! That is a code right there for every single one of us, myself included, because that is the one thing that holds us back, because we would feel guilty if we actually got to live our best life and get paid for it. We would feel guilty if we actually got to show up and sell our course for an extraordinary amount and absolutely know that people are going to buy. Because wealth in that frequency of the new earth carries a different code of abundance. When the whole earth holds the frequency of abundance, there's no longer lack, scarcity, or survival when it comes to money. And so people are so open to making the investment. The value of the investment means nothing when their soul is calling you forward. And so you then get to launch your offers, your programs, your services without attachment to the lack that nobody's going to buy, because we no longer carry that money code. We are the embodiment of wealth. And wealth, the frequency of wealth, means that you launch the program that offers the services and you know that you are going to have clients that will come into your world because you're magnetic as fuck. Because the service that you are offering is valuable. But is it linked to the value that you can make? No, because who you are being is valuable as fuck. No matter what you're doing. As long as you're in alignment with your highest potential, you are of the frequency that is magnetic to wealth. Because you're no longer attaching what you are doing and the services that you're providing being the only way that you can make money. When we are stepping into and attuning to the higher frequency of wealth, it's who we are being is what we're attracting when it comes to our wealth. So when we look at our bank account, we can see the numbers on the screen, but it's energy. It's not a physical reality, it's energy. It's 5D. Energy. And so if we believe that we are worthy as fuck, if we believe that when we show up, we deliver an extraordinary service because we're in alignment with our highest potential, our highest soul mission, and we detach from what we're doing to what we should receive, we then open up a fucking portal of limitless potential, of receiving limitless abundance, because it's no longer related or connected to what we're doing. It's related to who we are being. You can receive, you rewrite this story, this code, and your life will fucking change. Your money fuck money off. We're not talking about money. Wealth. The wealth that you are receiving is directly related to who you are being. If you love surfing, when you're surfing, if you connect receiving wealth to surfing, you should go surfing more. If you connect wealth, if you're a mom and you love staying at home and being present with your kids and going on adventures and living your best life, every time that you're on an adventure with your kiddies and you're taking them to see somewhere new, if you connect receiving wealth to that, oh my God, wildfire success. The moment that we disconnect the belief that we need to do something to receive something because it's a transaction in 3D when we're receiving money, when we break free of that pattern and we rise above and we become the vibrational match for generational wealth because we no longer connect who we are, what we are doing to what we can receive. It's not a transaction. It's a birthright. Generational wealth, limitless wealth, abundance is a state of being. It's an energetic frequency. It is your birthright. There is a frequency that you hold when you know and believe and have absolute trust and faith that you are abundant, that the money always comes. There's different codes. Feel into this for a moment with me. I am abundant. There is always enough money. I invest when my soul calls me forward. I have enough money and wealth to invest and buy in anything that I desire. There is no lack. My body feels safe when I'm investing. And there is always, always enough. That carries a different code to this. I can't even say it because it hurts my heart, but there's never enough money. We can't afford that. Put that back. We don't have enough money for that. Ugh. This actually hurts me to say. We can't go on holidays this year. We don't have enough money. We can't go to time zone. We don't have enough money. I can't even. I don't even want to speak that into reality because it's actually not true. And the candle is literally fizzing with the negative energy of that. So I'm just going to clear that out of my field. 2 seconds. Okay, so what's coming through is also really important. And this is the power that you hold, especially if you are a parent. But every time you say that we don't have enough money, you're creating a belief for your child. Every time that you think, feel, or act like you don't have enough money, you're creating that reality for you and your children. But the moment that you allow your body to feel into and experience that fear that's coming up for you, those old patterns and programmings that were there and handed down to you, The moment that you feel into that, the moment that you bring love to those parts of you that used to carry those fears and those doubts and those insecurities, the moment that you bring love to your nervous system that's in absolute panic because it's never known anything else other than survival when it comes to money and wealth, the moment that you bring safety to your money, to your wealth, the moment that you bring unconditional love to the part of you that was in so much fear, lack, and scarcity, that survival was the only thing you ever knew when it came to money and wealth, is the exact moment that you alchemize those past fears, those past patterns and cycles, you transcend it and you rise above. And this is a power that you hold, especially if you are a parent. Because the moment that you become, and you are the black sheep of the family, you're the cycle breaker, the moment that you choose to consciously rise above and alchemize those fears, those patterns, those beliefs that were handed down to you, and you consciously choose to not hand them down to your children, is the exact moment in time that you build generational wealth, not just for yourself, but for your children, their children. The ripple effect is extraordinary. And this is happening. You'll already feel it. The shift is already here. This is the transcending period between now and 2027. But beyond 2027, this is here. This is the reality. And so you can choose to stay where you are now, but it's going to force you to change. Or you can consciously step into your power, own your power, take responsibility and accountability for your power, that you have the power to shift all of this for you and your children. Consciously alchemize all of that fear, those old patterns and belief, alchemize it and rise above. Become the embodiment of your highest potential, your highest version of you, the one who no longer holds that fear when it comes to money, who no longer holds that scarcity, lack, and survival in their nervous system, who no longer is in panic when they have to make an investment or even pay their weekly rent or bills, because you feel so fucking absolutely supported. You know at a whole new level of trust and faith that you're good. Because you've done the work, you no longer carry those fears. You only carry the frequency of abundance, of generational wealth, of miracles, of magic, of love. That frequency holds a different code and a different state of being, an energy. The energy of luxury. Not lack, luxury. And I'm not saying that you have to be a person who loves luxury. What I'm saying is that there's a frequency that comes with abundance. A frequency that you hold when you're no longer in fear and you just know there's enough money. You know that even if you really want to go on that holiday, you will find the money. The money always comes to you. There's always enough money. And you know that the way that you've set up your financial management system is fully supporting you because you trust yourself fully. You know how to make the right investment because you trust yourself fully. And you know that you're going to receive the support from the divine creator when you are making that investment, because you are not receiving money based on what you are doing. You're receiving wealth based on who you are being, and you leaning into the investments that light your soul on fucking fire is going to bring you to a state of frequency, an energetic state of being that is going to be the energetic match of the thing that you actually desire. More wealth to support that investment. It's frequency. Where we're going in 2027 and beyond it's frequency. Wealth is frequency. We are leaving behind the money and the physical reality of cash, and we are stepping into a digital currency. We're already there. And now we have to shift that within us to become the energetic match of fucking wealth and abundance. It's a state, it's a state of being, it's a frequency, and it's going to take you to leave behind the shadow, the doubt, the fear, the old programming, the old cycles, the old belief, to fully step into that state of frequency, that state of wealth and abundance. This is, my whole body is vibrating, but very much my right hand, which is God consciousness coming through, God codes, God-light codes. And if you are ready, if you feel, sorry, this is like not talking to your mind, it's actually talking to your heart, talking to your feelings, your energy. And so if you feel called to be a part of Sacred Alchemy, this is exactly what I help you to do, is to break free of the fear, to alchemize that fear, bring love to the parts of you that were shadowed, bring that in, alchemize it into love, and rise above like a phoenix, to then become the vibrational match of your highest potential, to tune into the highest version of you, to quantum leap timelines. Oh, it is one of the most extraordinary experiences that I've ever created in my absolute life and career. This is a 6-week online retreat, and it will be the catalyst for changing the entire direction of your life. You will look back on this moment, this exact moment, and you won't even recognize yourself, because what you will shift inside of Sacred Alchemy will ripple out into all areas of your life. Business, life, wealth, motherhood, parenthood, and within yourself, your relationships to self. Is extraordinary. It's an absolute masterpiece of an experience. You will step into a whole new level of power and magnetism within yourself, and you will create divine inner sacred union. This is the divine balance between your inner masculine and inner feminine. This will bring you into alignment with your highest version of you, your highest timeline. But more importantly than that, oh my gosh, it's two. This is what's really special to me, is that you will feel for the first time in your life whole, where you will not need anything in your external reality to fulfill you, because you are already whole. There will be a level of magnetism that you will tap into, a level of power that you've never experienced before. That will be the catalyst for changing the entire direction of your life in every area of your life. That is how much power this Sacred Alchemy online retreat holds. It is the ascension from fear to love. It is transmuting and alchemizing pain into power. And you will be rising like an absolute phoenix into your highest potential. It is a masterpiece. It is my heart on the sleeve, and the experience is quite literally extraordinary. And I will be offering Sacred Alchemy for the very first time for only $222. You will get access to the link below. But this online retreat will be $2,222. So this is insane. But I felt really called to offer this to each and every one of you to honor the beautiful Kailah King podcast show and our beautiful community that we are building. I'm sending you so much love. Send me a DM if you have a question about Sacred Alchemy or you want to share your experience from this podcast. And I will speak to you soon, and I will speak to you in the next episode. Mwah!